All right. Check it out. Today's episode, we're going to talk about compounding, dive in a little bit on compound interest. We're going to hear from a guy who's worth $90 billion. I think that number actually might be higher now. But we're going to hear from a guy worth $90 billion. And we're also going to break down exactly how you can use the eighth wonder of the world. That's right. That's what they're calling it. The eighth wonder of the world. How you can use this in your life to ultimately do the work necessary to bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to go. That's what we're going to do today, and we're going to have fun while we're doing it. I'm so glad you're here. It's time to rise and grind. Good morning and welcome to #Rise and Grind, the #1 morning show in the world filled with motivation, education, and inspiration. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Club, the club designed to help you unlock your full potential. Each episode is filled with celebrity interviews, inspiring conversations, and the strategies you need to get ahead in your career and your life. So grab your pen and turn up the volume because it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning. Good morning. I just said, hey. Hey, good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Wednesday. That's right. Today is Wednesday, a.k.a. CMA Day. That's Carter Myers Automotive Group, CMA Day. Every Wednesday's a CMA Day. Carter Myers Automotive Group, the most amazing automotive group in the nation. Ran by some incredible humans. I get the opportunity to spend time with them every Wednesday, and I love it. I love working with this organization. They're absolutely incredible. And so listen, I share them with you because at Carter Myers Automotive Group, everyone is an owner. If you're looking to be an owner of your own business, you need to join Carter Myers Automotive Group. They've got sales positions. They've got positions in parts and positions in service. They have positions in accounting and title work. And they've got all kinds of things going on over there. It's massive, right? They've got 23 different dealerships around the Virginia area. And so if you're looking to make a change in your life, you want to be a part of something bigger than yourself, I highly suggest the one and only Carter Myers Automotive Group. They're absolutely amazing. So today is Wednesday, aka CMA Day. It is also April 26th, 2023. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, April 26th, 2023. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, Kevin Fadley. And I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Listen, I'm coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky. A little tiny bit warmer today. Happy birthday, Russell Hill. A little tiny bit warmer today, which I'm okay with that. It's a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. Yesterday it was cold, Mike Romano. It was freezing, Mindy Staley. It was cold, Clarissa Bryant. Y'all know it was cold, right? Yesterday it was cold. So today it's a little bit warmer, which I am super excited about. I think we're supposed to get to like 68 today or something, which I can handle that. But not only was yesterday cold, yesterday was also, wow, that was loud. I just got a new message that was weird. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me reset real quick. Sometimes you just got to hit the reset button and go, why am I so distracted this morning? I never get distracted. Things go buzzing, lights fall down, stuff breaks. Where are we at today? Get it together, Lundy. Come on. Get it together. All right. I got to tell you, dude. Here I go getting distracted again. If you get a chance, there's a new app called Clapper. You need to go check it out. And over on Clapper, I should have brought it in. Oh, it's probably too late. But over on Clapper, my friend Heather Parody is on there, and she posted the most ridiculously funny video yesterday. It just had me cracking up. I played it for my mom. I played it for my wife. I played it for my stepdad. It was freaking hilarious. Emily, you got to go check it out. John Allen, what's up, man? Great to see you. Sean Weatherby. It was hilarious. So listen, new app called Clapper. Go check it out and then follow Heather Parody over there, and you'll see the video that I'm talking about. It was absolutely hilarious. Okay, so that was a little side note. Okay, pulling it back together. We have very important things to talk about here today. All right, we need to get rid of this nonsense. So also yesterday, we broke down the words consistent and discipline. All right, we broke down those two words. Like, we looked up the meaning of consistent, we looked up the meaning of discipline, right? We did both of those things, and then we went even further, right? We looked up like the etymology, like where does the word actually come from? Where does the word consistent come from? Where does the word discipline come from, right? And then we talked about their application and how they fit into a bigger formula. CD equals transformation. Consistent, discipline, compounded, daily equals transformation. So that's what we did yesterday. Broke down consistent, broke down discipline, got a full understanding of those two words. Hopefully, if you weren't here yesterday, you can go back and watch it. If you were here yesterday, hopefully you absorbed all of that, because those are two really, really powerful words. All right, so today we're going to go a little bit deeper. But before we do, you know what we got to do on this show. And I want to do something. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to copy that path right there. Okay, you know what we got to do on this show? We got to do some dancing. We got to get moving. We got to get shaking. And we're going to do that right now. But I got to turn it down just a little bit. It's too loud.
We're going to wake them up.
Yeah, there we go. So we're going to do that right now. All right, here we go. Here we go. For those of you that know, those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show. Come on now. Let's get these bodies in motion. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So we're going to get moving this morning. Listen, I don't know exactly where you are in the world. I know where some of you are in the world. I don't know exactly where you are in the world. But here's what I know. No matter where you are in the world, I need you moving. Collective energy. See, we've got this collective energy. So if we're all dancing, like, I don't care if you're out in the streets. I don't care if you're in the gym. I don't care if you're in the office. I don't care if you're at work. I don't care if you're in the bedroom. The rest of the house is asleep. It don't matter. Collectively, we're going to get moving. We're going to do some dancing, right? And we're going to convert all that energy that we're not going to get into the science, but we're going to convert all that energy. What's up, Tyler? I'm so glad you're here. We're going to convert all that energy, right, that we've got in us. We're going to release that out into the universe by dancing, doing all the things. And then that energy is going to get converted. It's going to come back to us. It's going to set us up for an amazing day. That's why we start every day dancing, man. Dancing is pure. Dancing is God. Dancing is connection. Dancing is spiritual. So if you're on a run, do some dancing. Just don't trip, don't fall, don't hurt yourself. But get moving. Fair? This is also the part of the show where I need you to hit the share button. Share this sucker out. All right? Janelle Griego, share it out. Catherine Guidi, share it out. My boy Tony Thorstad, make sure you share this out. All right? Tara Hope, share it out. Wendy Reeves, share it out. All right? And then this is also the part of the show where I need you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. Whether you're watching live or you're watching replay, say what's up And I'll say what's up back. What's up, Michael Barrick? I'm so glad you're here. Bella Rigby is in the house. Clubhouse, you guys need to hit that share button. What the heck are y'all doing? What is happening on Clubhouse this morning? Y'all need to share it out. Osama. I'm glad you're here. Evangelist Jonathan. I'm glad you're here. Seth is in the building. Glad you're here. What's up, Brittany? I'm glad you're here as well. Rutvik is in the building. Glad you're here. Tiffany, great to see you. What's up, Trevor and Joe and Mike? And I don't know how to use that accent mark. Seprin? Good morning to you. Wesley's in the building. Manoj, thanks for being here. Zampe, I'm so glad you're here. Marche is in the building as well. Phil Seta is up in here. Shani just showed up. What's up, Dan? How you doing, home? There we go. People are sharing it out. That's what I'm talking about. Spencer's in the building. God, I love seeing these foreign names. You guys have no idea how happy this makes me. Oyinka is in the building. Hamid, I'm glad you're here. Javi, what's up, Javi? I see Philip. I see Mace. I see Marlin. Marlin is in the building. Venice is in the building. Afi, what's up, Afi? Elaine and Miranda. Amy and Laura. That's right, I said Miranda. Lisa Farrell is in the building as well. Kelly DeJoy, I'm so glad you're here. Mr. Sean Weatherby, what up, what up, what up? Rich Pintrix in the building. Jacqueline Underwood, Natasha Smith. I see my friend Heather Parody, who we were just talking about. She's up in here. Ricardo Govindansamy is in the building as well. And of course, Lauren, I'm so glad you're here. Sadie's here. Christine's here. Wow, I'm seeing a lot, and I mean a lot of new faces today. That's awesome. That means you guys are sharing. That means you guys are awesome. And like, it makes me really happy. That's what it means. It makes me really, really happy. Hey, for those of you that are new to this community, I am the founder and creator of Breakfast with Champions on Clubhouse, also the host of hashtag Rise and Grind, and I'm also in the automotive space, and I work with owners and general managers of car dealerships all over the United States of America. Those are some of the things that I do. With that said, God put me on this earth to bring people together, equip them with the tools they need to succeed, and inspire them to be great. And one of the ways that I've chosen to help bring people together is I have all these clients in the automotive space, and they have all these cars. And I've got all these people in the United States of America and Canada that need cars. So how do we bring them together? We bring them all together at shop.800eliteauto.com. Shop.800eliteauto.com. If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, or you know somebody in the market for a new or used vehicle, go to shop.800eliteauto.com and you can shop for vehicles from members of this community. You can go in, you can say, hey, I'm part of hashtag Rise and Grind. I know about the 800% Club. I'm your friend. Let me in. And they will give you the VIP pass through the back door to hook you up on any type of vehicle you possibly want. All right. So check that out. Shop.800eliteauto.com. You or somebody's in the market. This is where you need to go. Consistent discipline compounded daily equals transformation. Listen, this is the mother of all formulas. This is the law. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter what your background looks like. None of that matters. Consistent discipline compounded daily equals transformation. It is a guarantee. It's guaranteed. If you consistently work on a discipline and you compound that every single day, you're guaranteed to drive a result. Guaranteed, which in today's day and world, it's tough to find some guarantees, right? But this is the mother of all formulas. It works 800% of the time. It always works. Consistent discipline, compounded daily equals transformation. Listen, yesterday we made sure we understood the word consistent, right? Acting or done in the same way over time, especially so as to be fair or accurate, unchanging in nature, standard, or effect over time. We also made sure we understood the word discipline, the practice of training people to obey rules, code of behavior. We blow that one out. A branch of knowledge, typically one studied in higher education, to train through a code of behavior, right? So we made sure we understood that. Now today, we need to make sure we understand the word compounded. Go ahead and drop it. For those of you that are watching live, or if you're on later, you can go ahead and drop it if you'd like. What does compounded mean? What is the what does it mean? When you hear the word compounded, we all should know. We know what compound means. So I want to know if you really know what compound means. Drop it in the chat over there on Clubhouse, or you can drop it in the thing over here on Facebook, right? So Yolanda Christensen, compounded. Yep. Valerie Oakley, compound. Don Sankey says put together. Okay. Compound. We're going to put together. Okay. That's a good response. What else we got? We've got accelerated growth over time, says Annette with the CVC. Okay. Good. All right. Robin Welshan says over and over, building on the previous. Okay. I see that. Tarika Simmons says double up. To double up, that means compounded. All right, cool. Okay, good. So let's really look at the word. I don't know if you know this or not, but every word in every language really tells a story. I think it's fascinating. Right? So when we look up the word compound, it says make up a composite whole, constitute, to mix or combine ingredients, to calculate interest on previously accumulated interest. Okay, and I think what's really important, Valerie Oakley said, put together to form a whole. It's very important that we understand to form a whole, WHOLE, right? A composite whole. Now, there's also another definition of compound that says to make something bad worse, to intensify the negative aspects of. And then there's another definition that says forbear from prosecution of felony in exchange for money or other consideration, right? So we're going to look at definition number one, make up, constitute a whole. And then we're also going to keep in mind definition number two, to make something bad worse, intensify negative aspects up. Because when you go to the etymology, right, the origin of the word compounded actually came from late Middle English. There's a whole story of how it was actually compound originally in Old French, and then they added the letter D in the 16th century on the pattern to kind of expand it out from compound to compound, which turned it into a verb, right? Then this whole thing happened through a misinterpretation of the legal phrase compound a felony, which means to refrain from prosecuting a felony in exchange for money or other consideration, which we now know as like bribery, okay? So here's the bottom line. This led to the use of compound in legal context to mean, listen to this, make something bad worse, which then became accepted in general usage. the actual origin of the word is to make something bad worse. Now that's really, really important. See, isn't it fun? Every word has a story. When you take the time to learn those stories, you learn that the words that we're using might not mean what we think they mean. They might not have the impact or the effect that we want them to have. That's why you got to study. You got to study. So check this out. So now that we understand the definition and how it works, right, to form a whole, to bring together and form a whole, but we also know the warning label. There's a warning label on this word compounded, right? I want you to think of when you have a cleaning, you have a cleaning supply, right? You have a cleaning supply at your house. That cleaning supply can do some really good things for you, right? It can clean the windows, it can disinfect, it can kill bacteria, it can keep your family healthy, it can do all those things. But there's a warning label on the bottle. Same thing with compounded. So now we're going to get Warren Buffett's take on this real quick, and then we're going to continue to kind of elaborate and figure out how we can actually use this to make ourselves more whole.
Probably when I was 7 or so, I took this book out of the Benson Library. Probably when I was 7 or so, I took this book out of the Benson Library called 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000. And one of the ways in this book was having penny weighing machines. And I sat and calculated how much it would cost to buy the first weighing machine and then how long it would take for the profit for that one to buy another one. And I would sit there and create these compound interest tables to figure out how long it would take me to have a weighing machine for every person in the world. I had everybody in the country weighing themselves 10 times a day, and me just sitting there like John D. Rockefeller's weighing machines. The allowance when I was a little boy was a nickel a week, but I liked the idea of having a little more than a nickel a week to work with, and I went into business very early. I started selling Coca-Cola door to door, I sold gum door to door, or sold Saturday Evening Post, Liberty Magazine, Ladies Home Journal, you name it. I think I enjoyed the game almost right from the start. But I like being my own boss. That's one thing I liked about delivering papers. I could arrange the route I wanted. Nobody was bothering me at 5 or 6 in the morning. I was delivering 500 papers a day, and I made a penny a paper, but in terms of compounding, that penny turned into something else. Einstein is reputed to have said that compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world or something like that. And it goes back to that story you probably learned when you were in grade school where somebody did something for the king and the king said, "What can I do for you?" And he said, "Well, let's take a chessboard and put 1 kernel of wheat on the first square and then double it on the second and double it on the third." And the king readily agreed to it. And by the time he figured out what 2 to the 64th amounted to, he was giving away the entire kingdom. So it's a pretty simple concept, but over time, it accomplishes extraordinary things.
Extraordinary things indeed. In fact, the underlying concept behind Warren Buffett's success lies within compound interest. Take a look here, for example, at Buffett's net worth. The majority of his wealth has been accumulated in the recent years, going from $3.8 billion right before he turned 60 to currently just shy of $90 billion in a matter of 25 years. It's the snowball effect. Starting from something small, and as time goes on, the power of compounding works on your side and builds it into something far greater. The exact same goes for investing. And unlike a trader who's somebody that's much more focused on shorter term returns, Buffett is the definition of long-term value investing. He's out there trying to identify good businesses, companies with strong fundamentals to buy and hold for the long term, and let the magic of compound interest work for him.
The magic of compound interest, right? Like it is. It's magic. That's why they call it the eighth wonder of the world. It's really magical how these things, how this compounding thing happens, right? To combine so as to form a whole. What's really interesting about compounding, what's really interesting and what kind of, I think, gives it that extra kind of magical appeal is that until it works, right? Until the magic works, like you basically have nothing, right? You have a picture or an empty vessel of what it is that you want or what you're trying to accomplish. But until it happens, there's nothing there. And then all of a sudden it's like, and so I want you to imagine real quick so that we can fully grasp this, because it's so important that we get a hold of this, because it's such a magical and powerful experience, right? So I want you to imagine real quick, we're building a bridge. Okay, imagine a bridge. You're building this bridge. It's going to connect people, right? It's going to bring people together. It's going to equip them with the tools they need to succeed. It's going to inspire people to be great. It's going to do all the things, right? Which are my passions, right? Those are my passion words right there, right? You're building this bridge and it's got 60,000 different screws and 40,000 bolts and whatever it is, right? It's got all these different pieces, and then you've got the planks that you have to put together. It's got the cables that go down the side of it. It's got all of that, right? All of those pieces, and you're putting this bridge together piece by piece by piece by piece, and it doesn't have any, there's nothing holding it below. It's just simply coming together, right? You're pulling it together from the sides. And what's fascinating is that bridge will not do what it is meant to do until you put the last screw in, right? Like if you think about it, you could have 99% of the bridge built. 99%. And it will not function. If that last piece right there in the middle doesn't connect the whole, then you get nothing. Nothing. You could have 99% of it built and it will not function until you make that final connection, until it is whole. Now, once it's whole and the last piece is put in, now all of a sudden, dude, you can freaking land a plane on it. You can drive a tank over it. Like there's nothing you can't do with it once it's complete. Like at that point, it's virtually indestructible. Once it's all combined, every piece, every bolt, every screw, every plank. Now it's indestructible. And the same is true for you. You see, we have to put in the work, put in the work, put in the work. Morning routines, morning routines, morning routines, good financial habits. Good financial habits. Save 10, give 10, invest 10, right? We got to be excited every time we see our spouse. Be excited every time we see our kids. Be excited every time we see the people that we love, right? Big smile, big smile, big smile. Don't feel like smiling. Big smile, right? Short jogs, short jogs, short runs, long runs. Long runs. Read that book. Read that book. Read that book. Read that book. Go to the gym. Put in the reps. put in the reps, put in the reps, go to the gym and put in the reps, spend time in prayer, spend time in prayer, spend time in prayer, ask, give, over and over and over and over and over and over. And we might not see anything, but at some point, somewhere down the road, it's a guarantee. If you continue to compound, continue to layer on 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 layer on, at some point, you're going to connect that last screw and you're going to have a bridge. And it's a bridge that's going to take you from where you are to where you want to go. And that bridge is going to be indestructible. You can land a plane on it. You can drive a tank over it. No one will be able to take it away. Too many of us are trying to shortcut building the bridge. We're leaving out planks. Got a pile of screws sitting over there on the side. And I'm telling you, friends, unless it's whole, the whole thing will collapse. Because what you cannot forget is that all of these things are compounding to determine the whole of your life. But don't forget that the word's origin was actually negative. And why was it negative? Because it works both ways. If you are compounding, taking shortcuts, it's going to cut you. It's going to hurt you. If you're compounding being out of ethics or untrustworthy, having bad character, dude, it's going to cut you. It's going to get you. It's going to pop up one day like magic. This is why you see some of those that get there when they weren't supposed to. They get there too soon. They win the lottery. They have a flash in the pan experience. And typically, if you look at those that get before they've earned, it ends up being destructive, tears people apart, destroys relationships. So listen, it's all compounding. That binge watching on Netflix, the eating of the wrong foods, the thoughts, the words, the attitudes that we have towards others, all of it. So listen, if you want to get from where you are to where you want to go, I suggest that we use this eighth wonder of the world for good before it ultimately does what it inherently originated to do. The key is to be the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. But there are forces on the other side that will try everything in their power to pull us away from that, to fill your heads with doubt, worry, anxiety, fear. Whereas I'm going to challenge you to know this. Know that you are a child of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And through faith and your works, know that you too can reach whatever dream, whatever desire, whatever is on the other side of that bridge, if you just keep compounding the work. Friends, I love you. I do. I hope you'll come back. We're going to do this again. Tomorrow? Yeah, I think we'll do it again tomorrow. You guys want to come back tomorrow? I'm going to hang out. What's up, Chris? Great to see you. Jacqueline, I'm glad you're here. I'm going to go hang out over on Clubhouse for a little bit. So if you want to go to Clubhouse, we can chill and chat over there. But I'll be back tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do this all over again. Cool? See you. Was it just yesterday?
Got that old feeling that I know in the dark of the night I'll be alright. The sun will arise. The sun will arise. The sun will of messages overtaking what I know. A war is a whisper, and it's coming for my soul. In the dark of the night, I can see the light. The sun will arise. The sun will arise. I was searching for someone to fight for me. I'll remember it's your light that shines on me. I won't be afraid, I will look to the light. I will not be shaken, I know it will be alright. 'Cause you're with me, I know that the sun will rise.